it stopped. It started. Okay. The slide prepper here, and what I'm doing here is a coffee filter. I'm using 6 sheets here. So what you're going to see here is a pattern it creates. Now I use 6 sheets. The reason for that is the top sheet here, after I put my fabric dye and everything in it, I want to pour coffee over this to create papers. So what I've already done here is I've put some of this in right here. Now I've got some sheets already done, and I'll show it to you. And the thing is, you never have the same patterns twice. That's the fun part of it. You never know what you're going to get in the event of it. So we're going to add a little bit here. And what I do is I let them soak in together. I leave it on there and allow it to dry. And then I separate it. So you got to overlook this here. This here is some diluted yellow fabric dye I got here. And you can make it as thick or as dark. And I'm going to add a little bit around the edge this time. A little bit more. Now, this is done. And what I'm going to do here is I have 3 more sheets right here. And I like to put it right on top of it. And so it'll continue with the overall bleeding effect. I press it down right here. And then I want to pour coffee over it. And the reason for that is this way I can get my paper stained right here. I want to let it sit here for a minute. And then I want to add some more fabric dye to it to continue with my overall patterns here. And you see here how it's soaking in. And then we're going to, this time I think I'm going to just splatter blue here. Let it run in. And create this overall effect there. And then I've got some spray ones here. We're going to spray right there on it. Allow that all to soak in right there. Now, if you want to, you can flip it over and do the other side. But I want to show you here. You can see how much it's already soaked through. And there are 6 sheets right there. So now I'm going to just leave that there and let it run. And if you want to, you can tilt it around a little bit to create some more overall layers here on it. And if maybe you want to see what you're going to see here, you can see here it's already soaking in. So you can take the excess, you can pour it around, and then you're going to simply let it sit there, and then you're going to let it all dry, and then you're going to let it bleed together. So I'm going to set this down. I will show you my sheet here. This here is the top one, as you see. The top one, as you can see over here. Now I didn't really get as much at it. I had a lot more on that one than I did this one. But here is the top sheet. You can see some patterns right in this area here forming. So that's the fun part is that you never know on this. Now look here. When I seen this, I started thinking, wow, that's cool looking right there. I'm like, wow. And it kind of reminded me of nature in a way. Kind of like a tree or something popping up in it, in the design. And this is all due to the bleeding effect. And then as I flip this page, look here, look at how neat looking that is. This here is from the coffee filter. And each page has its own character. And as you get closer to the coffee filter here, and I actually got 4 pages on top. Wow. So right here is this. You can see here all the unique design work on it right there. And then got another page stuck right here. So I guess, I could probably do 7 or 8 pages. But, it's fun. It's the fun part of seeing how many you can actually form in here. Then here's another page right here. And each time you get closer to your filter, you get more overall designs from it. This here is the coffee filter right here. And I want to peel it off. And then you can see here, right here you've got a neat little piece here to use for crafts. And then here you go, right here is the pattern that it created. Look at that, ain't that something? Gorgeous, beautiful piece. And then you have another one under here. As you see right here, see, it has its own, each piece is different, and it all depends on how you want to place the coloring, how the coloring do it. I like using my yellow because I have it as a dilute, and then it lightens up in the areas and stuff, and then I treated it with some other colors that I sprayed around the edge for the fun of it to see what I would get. And then here is the last piece right here, as you can see. And then there I go right there. Now I'm only using 6 this time, so we're going to see how that turns out. So I actually went up with more sheets than I realized it. So there's 1. I'm going to look at them again. Let you look at them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So really 6 sheets really is more than enough. But well, with 8 sheets there, look here, I got a little dial on. And then plus also I have this here as to create with. I can sit there and glue it onto a raw sheet and create another neat piece or whatever I want. And I will allow this here to set. Let me flip it over and just show it to you. You can see here how it's all soaked in. And then you can see right here, look at all the coloring that's coming through right here already. And you can see here, the fun part about setting it on the dish grinder right here is the patterns I get from it. See all these little ridges and things and the patterns I get? That's what I want right there, is all those nice, wonderful, neat looking little patterns that is forming there. Now, I'm thinking about just adding a couple more sheets on this for the heck of it to see how it turns out while it's still wet. And if you want me, you know, if you're interested in trying this, let me know and send me a video of it or something other. Try it on your site. It's just fun to make. If you're into making crafts or placemats, or you're making airplanes or whatever it is you're into making, this here's really something easy to do. Look here, I got 8 sheets out of this. A very unique pattern. Look at that. They're all each stands out. Look here at the sides on them. I mean, this here just, you can see here, it's just, they're beautiful pieces. They're unique. It kind of looks like a tree right there with all the ridges and everything on it. So this is Life Prepper here saying be safe, be happy, bless y'all, and keep creating. And my nice little stained fingers are playing around with this stuff.